All right, guys, Chelsea is now the new bride. Yes, every player wants to play for Chelsea. That's not just enough. Every player wants to play for a team that is going to be wearing the golden badge. Yes, Chelsea will be wearing the golden badge for 4 years. And of course, every player wants to identify with such a team. To add to that, Chelsea will be playing the Champions League. So any player that is desirous of playing Champions League, we want to go for a team like Chelsea. And one of such players is Garnacho. Garnacho is already cutting with Chelsea and all of that. And of course, it's no longer news that many players, of course, are exiting Manchester United because they do not seem to have hope or future with such a club again. But hey, the question is, do we really need Garnacho in Chelsea? We have enough wingers, if you ask me, in Chelsea. So I do not think Chelsea will want to go on with such a baggage again for Chelsea because, trust me, Chelsea has enough wingers. Yes, even the likes of Joao Pedro can play as a wing. Pedro Neto can play both sides. Yes, Gittins is already there. Estevao is coming. Palmer can also play as a winger. Of course, Nicolas Jackson can also feature as a winger. So we do not need a winger again, if you ask me. So Garnacho, to me, if you ask me, I would say Garnacho is not needed in Chelsea. But hey, Chelsea appears to, of course, be flirting with the guy. And of course, the player is also, of course, very much willing to go for Chelsea because he has said it that he wants to play for a Premier League side. And of course, he wants to play for a Champions League team, preferably. Trust me, any player that Chelsea will want to go out for is a left back. We need somebody that will fill up that position. So Garnacho, to me, is not the player that Chelsea needs for now. Yes, he's young, I know. He's very versatile. Of course, I know he has the pace, he has the quality. Of course, he's a very promising player. But then, Chelsea does not need such a player now. We already have many attackers. Chelsea is not deficient of attackers. What we need now is to solidify our defense. Chelsea needs to build on our defense. Yes, we need to look out for persons that are in our defense that are not giving us what we want and get rid of them. The likes of Fofana. Yes, Reyes, of course, Viaga is already cutting with other teams like Bayern Munich and all of that. But then Chelsea does not need Garnacho. Chelsea needs to go and scout for a natural left back that can also play as a center back, that can defend, that can hold on to ball, that can guide the ball, that can also finish, that can shoot, that of course that also has height, that has passion and very much willing to play for Chelsea. So Garnacho is not the player that Chelsea desires, but trust me, I know that Chelsea is one team that of course if they go all out for you, they will get you. But trust me, Garnacho is not the player that Chelsea needs at the moment. If we were in their need of a winger, then I don't think we would have let go of Madueke. Chelsea wouldn't have let go of Madueke. Yes. So it is not as if we are so much in desperate need of a winger that we'll now say, okay, yes, of course, Garnacho is available in the market. Let's go for him. No, we are not in desperate need of a winger. So Garnacho is not the player that Chelsea needs. If you look at our team so far, the attack is balanced. The midfield is balanced. Where we still have lapses is our defense. James is still, of course, under management. Yes. Of course, we also know that Fofana is not there. Yes. And Badiashile is not the player that Chelsea can also trust or depend on, given his style of play and, of course, in his performance recently. So Chelsea, if we must do very well in Champions, of course, Chelsea will be playing a lot of competitions. The FA Cup is there. The Carabao Cup is there. The Champions League is there. Yes. So Chelsea cannot afford to go on with mediocre players. No, we need people that will give us results. We need people that are committed and are passionate and are willing to give results. Chelsea is going to be wearing the golden badge for 4 years, and there's so much respect from the European teams and of course teams all over the world.